Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic and enigmatic creation myths in all of gaming. We're journeying back to the Age of Ancients, to a time before light and dark, before life and death. A time of gray crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. This is the story of flesh, fire, and the first souls. Imagine a world shrouded in an eternal, unchanging fog. A world ruled by stone dragons, immortal and powerful. Nothing ever changed, nothing ever began, and nothing ever ended. It was a perfect static existence. But then, something happened. Something that would shatter this timeless peace and ignite the cycle of ages that defines the world of dark souls. Deep beneath the surface, a fire sparked. This wasn't just any fire. It was the first flame, and with its arrival, it brought disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and most importantly, light and shadow. The world was no longer gray and uniform. It was now a world of contrast, of possibilities. Drawn to the warmth and power of this nascent flame, new beings emerged from the darkness. They were hollow, formless creatures, but the flame called to them. And within the flickering heart of the first flame, they found something extraordinary. The Lord Souls. These were fragments of immense power, and they would transform these humble beings into gods. The first was Nito, the first of the dead. He claimed the soul of death and became a terrifying amalgamation of skeletons, a walking embodiment of disease and decay. His soul granted him dominion over the grave, and he would one day rule the catacombs, a grim lord of the underworld. Next came the Witch of Izalith and her daughters of chaos. They found the soul of life within the flame. With it, they became masters of fire sorcery, weaving powerful pyromancies that could scorch the very earth. The witch, a powerful matriarch, would lead her clan with a fiery passion, their power growing to rival even the gods. And then there was Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight. He claimed the mightiest of the souls, the soul of light. With this incredible power, Gwyn became a true king, a radiant god whose very presence commanded respect and authority. He was joined by his faithful Silver Knights, an army that would carry his banner of sunlight across the world. But one soul remained, a unique, darker soul. The Dark Soul. It was found by a far more secretive figure, the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. Unlike the other Lord Souls, the Dark Soul was fragmented, scattered, and passed down. This pygmy was the ancestor of all humanity, and within every human heart, a tiny piece of this dark soul resides. This is the essence of humanity itself. Now, armed with the power of the Lord Souls, Gwyn, Nito, and the Witch of Izalith looked upon the world they inherited. They saw the everlasting dragons, the old rulers of the unchanging age, and they saw an opportunity. Gwyn, with his blinding lightning bolts, would challenge their immortality. What followed was a legendary war, a war against the dragons. Gwyn and his knights pierced their stone scales with lightning. The witches of Izalith unleashed great firestorms, burning the arch trees and the dragon nests. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease, corrupting them from within. But they had a secret weapon, a traitor from the dragon's own kind, Seath the Scaleless. Betrayed by his own people for his lack of scales and immortality, Seath revealed the dragon's weakness, ensuring their downfall. With the dragons defeated, the Age of Ancients ended, and the Age of Fire began. Gwyn established his magnificent kingdom of Anorlando, the city of the gods. The world flourished under the light of the first flame, but flames, by their very nature, are destined to fade. And as the first flame began to die, a shadow began to grow. And the curse of the dark sign appeared, heralding the slow, agonizing decline of this golden age.